Welcome to ASTRALX, where we illuminate your cosmic path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist, and we're about to embark on a deep dive into what 2025 holds for you, a Libra rising. Taurus Sun Man, are you ready to uncover the celestial blueprint that's uniquely yours?
And I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide here to help you decipher the whispers of the cosmos.
This deep dive is all about you. We're going to explore how this intriguing combination of Libra rising and Taurus Sun shapes your journey and empowers you to navigate the year ahead.
Think of it as a personalized cosmic roadmap highlighting the unique energies that will influence your experiences.
Let's begin by painting a picture of this fascinating individual, the Libra rising Taurus Sun Man. You, my friend, are a captivating blend of charm and grounded strength. You effortlessly draw people in with your diplomatic nature, always striving for balance and harmony.
It's almost like you have this innate ability to smooth over rough edges and bring a sense of peace to any situation. You're a natural mediator, always seeking fairness and compromise.
Exactly. However, this deep-seated desire for harmony might lead you to prioritize others' needs above your own. It's like you're constantly trying to keep the scales balanced, sometimes at the expense of your own well-being.
That's a crucial insight. This year, the cosmos is urging you to set healthy boundaries and prioritize self-care. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Now let's delve into the grounded Taurus Sun. You are the steadfast bull, known for your practicality, dependability, and unwavering determination. Security and stability are your cornerstones. But don't be fooled by the practicality. You have a deep appreciation for beauty and pleasure.
There's a certain sensuality to your nature. You crave lasting satisfaction over fleeting trends, which makes you incredibly loyal and devoted in your relationships.
This is a fascinating dynamic, isn't it? This duality, the diplomat and the bull, existing within one person, it gives you this incredible strength to navigate the world with both grace and determination. But it can also be a source of internal conflict.
Absolutely. Imagine this. In relationships, your Libra rising might lead you to avoid conflict at all costs, seeking compromise above all else. Meanwhile, your Taurus Sun craves security and might resist change, even if it's for the better.
It's like a cosmic tug of war within you. Finding that sweet spot between those two extremes is key.
That's where the real magic happens. This year, the stars are encouraging you to embrace both your diplomatic skills and that grounded Taurus energy.
And speaking of cosmic shifts, 2025 marks a significant turning point for all of us, with the nodes of the moon changing signs. This is a big deal, right?
It is. It signifies a shift in our collective karmic journey. The North Node enters Pisces, the sign of spirituality and intuition, while the South Node moves into Virgo, associated with practicality and analysis.
So, what does this mean for our Libra rising Taurus Sun Man?
It's an invitation to connect with your inner self, to tap into your intuition, and to embrace a more spiritual approach to life. The Virgo South Node might make you prone to overthinking and self-criticism, so consciously letting go of that tendency is crucial.
It's like the universe is saying, trust your gut, dive into your creative side, and stop overanalyzing everything.
Exactly. This nodal shift is a beautiful opportunity for you to tap into a deeper wellspring of wisdom.
Now, while your rising sign is Libra, Taurus still holds significant sway, especially in how you communicate.
Right, and in 2025, you might find yourself communicating more directly and assertively, particularly when it comes to expressing your needs. This is actually a positive shift.
So no more beating around the bush.
Exactly. It's about cultivating more authentic connections by communicating with clarity and confidence.
Yeah.
This can be quite a shift for a Libra rising who's naturally inclined towards diplomacy and keeping the peace, but it's about finding that balance, right?
Absolutely. Now, let's sprinkle in a bit of cosmic mystery. The stars hint at potential surprises related to your neighbors, siblings, or short trips. Anything you can tell us about those, Lunaria?
Embrace these unexpected events. You never know what valuable connections or exciting experiences they might bring. Your Libra side thrives on new connections, so this could be the universe introducing you to people who'll enrich your life. And while your Taurus side might initially resist the unexpected, remember, sometimes the most incredible journeys begin with a detour.
Sounds like an adventure waiting to happen. But on a more serious note, 2025 is also a year of significant change and transformation. Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure, plays a prominent role.
Yes, and in the first part of the year, Saturn continues its transit through your fifth house. This could bring some challenges related to creativity, self-expression, and romantic relationships. You might find yourself reevaluating your passions or questioning your approach to love, but Saturn's lessons, while often tough, are ultimately designed to help you build a solid foundation for lasting happiness.
So it's like a cosmic boot camp for the heart and soul.
It is. It's a time to be patient with yourself, nurture your hobbies, and cultivate self-love. The more you invest in yourself now, the stronger and more resilient you'll become.
Solid advice. But what happens when Saturn shifts gears?
Well, in April, Saturn moves into your sixth house, putting the spotlight on your daily routines, work habits, and overall health. This transit calls for you to become more organized, disciplined, and efficient in your daily life.
It sounds like Saturn's really cracking the whip this year.
In a way, yes. But think of it as Saturn helping you create a healthier and more balanced lifestyle. It's about fine-tuning your skills, establishing a solid work-life balance, and prioritizing your well-being.
Makes sense now with all this restructuring going on. What's the forecast for our Libra rising Taurus sun man's career and finances? I imagine it's a bit of a mixed bag, with Saturn bringing challenges and other planetary influences offering opportunities.
You hit the nail on the head. Saturn's influence might bring some obstacles and delays, but Jupiter's placement offers potential for growth and expansion. It's a year of potential career changes, new responsibilities, and perhaps even exploring different career paths altogether.
That's a lot to process. Any advice on how to navigate this cosmic career roller coaster?
Absolutely. Firstly, be mindful of your spending habits and avoid making impulsive decisions. Celebrity astrologer Kyle Thomas predicts potential financial ups and downs for Taurus suns this year, so staying grounded and making strategic decisions is key. Secondly, don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and explore new possibilities. Your Libra side loves connecting with people, so networking is crucial this year. Attend industry events, connect with people in your field, and see where those conversations lead you.
Networking and mindful spending, got it. Is there anything else our listeners should be prepared for on the career front?
Well, there's a possibility of a job transfer or even relocation for some, bringing exciting new beginnings and opportunities. And for those who've been diligently saving, 2025 might present the perfect opportunity to purchase property.
Wow, that's a big step. Now, let's move on to matters of the heart. Is love in the air for our Libra rising Taurus sun man? I imagine Venus, being the ruling planet for both Libra and Taurus, plays a significant role here.
You're absolutely right. Venus is a major player in your love life, and 2025 has some interesting twists and turns in store. The year starts with Venus retrograde in Aries, which could bring past relationship issues or unresolved conflicts to the surface.
Oh, so it's like a cosmic relationship rewind.
In a way, yes. It's a time for introspection, reflection, and strengthening the bonds that truly matter. Open and honest communication is crucial to navigate these challenges and emerge stronger as a couple.
So it's not necessarily a time for new love, but rather a time for deepening existing connections or healing old wounds.
Precisely. And because Venus is your ruling planet, you might feel the effects of this retrograde more intensely, however. Once Venus moves direct, the cosmic landscape shifts. 2025 could bring fated encounters, particularly during the spring and autumn months.
Sounds promising. But with Venus retrograde at the start of the year, how can our listener best navigate the potential for relationship turbulence?
Remember, every challenge is an opportunity for growth and deeper connection during this retrograde. It's crucial to be extra mindful of your communication with loved ones. Really listen to what your partner is saying, express your feelings honestly, and be willing to compromise. It's also a great time to reflect on past relationship patterns and identify areas where you can grow as a partner. Maybe there are old wounds that need healing or communication styles that need adjusting.
So it's about turning inward and addressing any unresolved issues that might be affecting your relationships.
Exactly. Remember, the goal isn't to blame or point fingers, but rather to understand each other's needs and find ways to strengthen your bond. This can apply to all your relationships, not just romantic ones.
That's a powerful message. Now, before we move on to the next part of our deep dive, let's shift our focus to health and well-being. With so much going on in 2025, I imagine prioritizing both physical and mental health is crucial. What are the stars saying about that?
You're right, this year is about finding balance in all areas of life, including your well-being. The potential for stress-related issues is high, especially with Saturn's influence incorporating stress management techniques like regular exercise, a balanced diet, and mindful meal practices can be incredibly beneficial.
So it's like a holistic approach to health, taking care of the mind, body, and spirit. Any specific periods where our listeners should be extra vigilant?
Springtime, as well as the period from June to August, are times when your mental health might require extra attention. Practices like meditation, yoga, or simply spending time in nature can offer much-needed peace and support during these potentially challenging periods. Remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining your overall well-being.
Great advice. And it seems like this theme of self-care and balance really ties into the bigger picture of 2025 for our Libra rising Taurus sun man.
Exactly. This year is about embracing your duality, navigating change with grace and determination, and prioritizing your well-being. It's about finding that sweet spot between your Libra's desire for harmony and your Taurus's need for stability.
It's a delicate dance, but one that our listener is certainly capable of mastering.
Absolutely. And we'll be back in part 2 to delve even deeper into how he can do just that.
Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. Will you embrace the challenges and seize the opportunities that await?
We're diving deeper into 2025 for the Libra rising Taurus sun man.
In part 1, we painted a vivid picture of your astrological blend, explored that powerful nodal shift, and glimpsed the potential challenges and opportunities awaiting you.
We touched upon career, finances, love, and health. But now it's time to get practical. How can you, our Libra rising Taurus sun man, truly integrate that masculine energy to navigate the year ahead?
It feels like we're moving from the what to the how now, which is exactly what our listeners need, right? Actionable insights.
Precisely. It's about finding that beautiful balance between the assertive and receptive aspects of masculinity. The Taurus sun provides that grounded, practical energy, that get things done attitude.
And then Libra rising steps in, bringing diplomacy and the ability to connect with others to smooth those rough edges.
It's a potent combination. So practically speaking, this could mean using your grounded Taurus nature to set clear goals and work tirelessly towards them.
But not like a bull in a china shop.
Right.
I mean, we're not talking about brute force here.
Not at all. This is where your Libra charm comes in. You leverage those diplomatic skills to build strong relationships and collaborate effectively.
It's like being a master strategist,
Yeah.
knowing when to charge ahead and when to use finesse.
Exactly. And dear listener, never underestimate the power of your intuition with that North Node in Pisces. You're being called to tune into that inner voice.
That gut feeling, that sense of knowing that, often gets drowned out by the noise of the world.
Learn to trust those whispers. Even if they seem illogical at times, they often hold profound wisdom.
So how does our listener actually strengthen that connection to their intuition? Are we talking meditation, journaling?
It's different for everyone, but practices like meditation, mindfulness, even spending time in nature can quiet the mental chatter and allow that intuitive voice to emerge.
Makes sense. Now, something I'm curious about with this combination is the potential for overthinking, with Libra's desire to weigh every option and Taurus's need for certainty. It seems like analysis paralysis could be a real struggle.
You're spot on. And this year, with Saturn in the mix, that tendency might be amplified. So learning to trust your gut becomes even more crucial.
But how do you balance that with Taurus's love of planning and structure? It seems like a contradiction.
It's not about throwing out the planner, but rather about recognizing when planning turns into procrastination. Sometimes you just have to take the leap and trust that you'll figure it out along the way.
So calculated risks, not reckless abandon.
Exactly. And speaking of leaps, let's revisit those potential career changes we talked about in part 1. They could be a major theme this year, especially with Jupiter's influence.
But I imagine change, even positive change, can feel unsettling for a Taurus sun, right? The love of stability and routine.
Absolutely. But sometimes shaking things up is necessary for growth. This could be the year you finally pursue that passion project you've been putting off, or take a chance on a new opportunity that truly excites you.
But with Kyle Thomas predicting potential financial ups and downs, wouldn't a career shift add more stress?
That's where discernment comes in. You don't want to make rash decisions, but if you've been feeling stagnant or unfulfilled in your current career, this might be the cosmic nudge you need to explore something new.
So it's about weighing the risks and rewards, and most importantly, listening to your intuition.
Exactly. And don't forget, the power of networking your Libra charm can open doors you never even knew existed. Connect with people in your field, attend industry events, plant those seeds.
It's like combining Taurus's work ethic with Libra's social grace to create a winning formula.
Now let's talk relationships. We mentioned that Venus retrograde could stir up some past issues, but how does this specifically play out for our Libra rising Taurus sun man?
Well, with Venus ruling both signs, it seems like the impact would be amplified, right? More intensity, more emotional depth.
Absolutely. This retrograde could bring up deep-seated insecurities or unresolved conflicts from past relationships that might be affecting your present.
So it's not just about working through issues with your current partner, but also about healing any lingering wounds from the past?
Exactly. For some, this retrograde might even trigger the need to reevaluate a current relationship. Maybe there are fundamental differences that haven't been addressed, or perhaps you've outgrown the dynamic.
It's almost like a relationship inventory, forcing you to face the truth of what's working and what's not.
And that can be a powerful process, even if it's uncomfortable at times.
Mm.
Remember, the goal is to emerge from this retrograde with stronger, healthier relationships, whether that means staying together and working through things or moving on to something new.
So even if it feels tumultuous, it's ultimately a period of growth and clarification in matters of the heart.
Now, for those who are single, this Venus retrograde might bring back exes or rekindle old flames, but proceed with caution.
It sounds like a recipe for drama.
It could be, but it could also be an opportunity to gain closure or even rekindle a connection that's worth revisiting. The key is to approach these situations with awareness and not get swept away by nostalgia.
So don't rush into anything. Really take the time to assess whether these re-emerging connections are truly aligned with what you desire now.
Exactly. And once Venus moves direct, the energy shifts dramatically. The spring and autumn months hold potential for fated encounters, particularly for our Libra rising Taurus sun man.
So there's hope for those seeking new love.
Absolutely. Keep your heart open and be willing to put yourself out there. Remember, you possess a unique blend of charm and stability that makes you incredibly attractive. Be confident in who you are and trust that the right person will appreciate your genuine nature.
Now let's shift gears to finances. We talked about potential ups and downs, but how can our listener make the most of Jupiter's expansive energy while mitigating Saturn's restrictive influence? It seems like a tightrope.
It is, but this is where your Taurus practicality really shines. Take this time to create a solid budget. Track your spending and make informed financial decisions, avoid impulsive purchases, and focus on building long-term security.
So it's about being strategic and disciplined with your resources. Not exactly Taurus's favorite thing, right?
Not always, but remember, Taurus also loves abundance and security.
Wow.
This is about creating a solid foundation for the future.
And maybe delaying gratification on certain things to achieve those bigger financial goals.
Exactly. Now, if you've been considering a major purchase like a house or a car, do your research, thoroughly seek expert advice, and don't rush into anything.
So calculated moves, not impulsive splurges.
Precisely. And remember, sometimes the greatest wealth is found in experiences, not just material possessions.
That's a great point. With the North Node in Pisces, this could be a year to invest in travel, education, or anything that expands your horizons.
Now, let's turn our attention to health and well-being, a topic that can't be emphasized enough, especially in a year like 2025.
With all the potential stress and change, taking care of yourself is non-negotiable, right?
Absolutely. And with Saturn transiting your sixth house, this is a prime opportunity to establish healthy habits, make regular exercise a non-negotiable part of your routine, whether that's hitting the gym, going for runs, or simply incorporating more movement into your daily life.
But how do you motivate a Taurus who loves comfort and indulgence to embrace a more disciplined approach to health?
It's about finding activities you genuinely enjoy and reframing exercise as self-care, not punishment. Taurus loves to feel good, so focus on the mood-boosting and energy-enhancing benefits of movement.
So maybe a luxurious yoga retreat instead of a hardcore boot camp.
Exactly. And don't forget about nutrition. Taurus loves to indulge, so find healthy ways to satisfy those cravings. Experiment with new recipes, explore farmers markets, and make cooking a pleasurable experience.
It's about making healthy choices feel abundant and enjoyable, not restrictive.
And don't neglect the importance of rest and relaxation. Taurus needs downtime to recharge and rejuvenate. That could mean indulging in a spa day, reading a good book, or spending time in nature.
So it's about finding that balance between discipline and indulgence, pushing yourself, but also honoring your need for comfort.
Now, before we move on, let's revisit those lucky charms for Taurus in 2025. Your lucky months are April and November. Your lucky day is Friday. Your lucky color is pink, and your lucky numbers are 6 and 5.
It can't hurt to have a little extra luck on your side.
Absolutely. So as we conclude this second part of our deep dive, remember that 2025 is a year of transformation and discipline, but also a year of immense potential.
Embrace your masculine energy, cultivate healthy habits, and nurture your relationships.
Trust in your ability to overcome challenges and seize the opportunities that come your way.
And most importantly, remember that you have the power to shape your own destiny.
Stay tuned for part 3 of this deep dive, where we'll explore even more about your cosmic journey in 2025.
We're in the final phase of our deep dive, exploring what 2025 holds for you, the Libra rising Taurus sun man.
In parts 1 and 2, we've unraveled your unique astrological blend, navigated that significant nodal shift, and even provided some practical strategies for career, finances, love, and health.
But this isn't just about information overload, right? It's about empowering you to actually make 2025 your most fulfilling year yet.
Exactly. And a great place to start is by embracing that inner duality we've been talking about. Remember, you're both the charming diplomat and the steadfast bull.
It's about finding that harmony between Libra's desire for peace and Taurus's need for stability. Not an easy feat.
It's a dance, for sure. But think of it this way. You're assertive, yet compassionate, driven, yet adaptable. It's about wielding both those energies to your advantage.
Let's paint a picture for our listener. Imagine you're facing a tricky situation at work. Your Taurus sun wants to dig in its heels, resist change at all costs.
But then that Libra rising whispers, hold on, let's find a win-win solution. Let's use our charm and diplomacy to navigate this.
It's like having an internal board meeting, with Libra and Taurus representing different sides of the issue.
And you as the CEO get to decide which approach will lead to the best outcome.
I love that analogy. Now, another big theme we've touched upon is intuition with that North Node in Pisces. It's like the universe is handing you a cosmic compass.
And this time it's not about logic or overthinking, it's about tuning in to that deeper knowing, that gut feeling.
But trusting your gut can be scary, especially for someone as grounded and practical as a Taurus, right?
It can be, but think of it as a muscle that needs to be strengthened. The more you practice listening to those subtle cues, the more confident you'll become in your intuition.
So start small, pay attention to those whispers, and see where they lead you.
Exactly. Now let's talk about creating a life you truly love. Taurus, as an earth sign, appreciates the finer things in life, but true fulfillment goes beyond material comfort. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. It's about aligning your actions with your values, about waking up each morning feeling excited about the day ahead.
So, dear listener, ask yourself what truly brings you joy. What are you passionate about? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
These are big questions, but the answers can be incredibly illuminating.
Once you have some clarity, start taking small steps each day to create a life that reflects those aspirations.
It could be as simple as dedicating time to a hobby you love, nurturing your relationships, or even volunteering for a cause that resonates with you.
Remember, creating a fulfilling life is a journey, not a destination. It's about making conscious choices that align with your authentic self.
And speaking of journeys, relationships play a huge role in shaping our experiences. Both Libra and Taurus deeply value connection and harmony. But they express those desires in different ways, don't they?
They do. Libra seeks balance and fairness through communication and compromise, while Taurus desires stability and security through loyalty and devotion.
It's a beautiful blend when those energies work in harmony. But what happens when those needs clash?
That's where understanding and appreciating those differences in your partner becomes crucial. It's about creating a relationship dynamic that honors both your needs.
And that requires open communication, right?
Yeah.
Being honest about your desires and expectations while also listening to and respecting your partner's perspective.
Exactly. Healthy relationships are a two-way street. They require effort, compromise, and a willingness to grow together.
Now, no matter how balanced and fulfilled your life is, challenges are inevitable, and 2025 might throw some curveballs your way.
But remember, dear listener, challenges are not meant to break you. They're designed to make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient.
It's like that saying, smooth seas never made a skilled sailor.
So when you encounter a setback, instead of getting discouraged, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this challenge as an opportunity for growth?
It's about shifting your perspective, seeing obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks.
And remember that Taurus energy within you is all about perseverance. You have the strength and determination to overcome any obstacle that crosses your path.
And that Libra grace helps you adapt and find balance amidst the chaos.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this final part of our deep dive, we want to leave you with a few empowering affirmations. Repeat these daily to align your energy with the positive possibilities that 2025 holds.
Ready? Here we go.
I'm a master of my own destiny.
I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth.
I attract abundance and joy into my life.
I am worthy of love and happiness.
And most importantly, remember, dear listener, you have the power to create the life you desire.
Embrace your unique astrological blend. Trust your intuition and never stop growing.
We wish you a truly transformative and fulfilling 2025, and as you journey through the year, may your path be illuminated by the stars.
Thank you for joining us on ASTRALX. Until next time, may your cosmic journey be filled with wonder and magic.